volume is set at 36. And plays out a bit today. Well, hello, Sheba. In the gut with your tail.
8 to
The Colts today. Nice. Roll the sure. Damn. Damn, and how many did you order? Not 7. So you got 5 free. You got 5. No, you got 5 extra. You said 7. You said 7. You only ordered 2. And you got 7, so you got 5 extra. Just 1 is going to Annette, 1 to me, 1 went to you, and 4 extra. Or her. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And you ordered 2, so you got 5 extra. 7 minus 2 is 5. Yeah, but you ordered 2. Is 7. Yes, you ordered 2. I got 5 extras, but that means you and her 1. Yeah. She's got 2 extras, which 7 and 2 is 9. Yeah. So minus the 3 that I gave out. You have extra. But you got 5 extra for free. Yeah, but she only ordered 2, so she only paid for 2, which 7 minus 2 is 5. Do I really want to deal with these niggas? 2.
And I got 7.
Yeah, so you got 5 extra.
I got 5 for free. I wonder if, because I've been with Timu for so long. Don't even call him up and ask if I ain't going to. No, or it gets moved again, really.
In case they get fucked up. Okay. I don't. Hey, I don't need to work on it here. I work on it a net. Ryan Neal. Do I really want to re-sign you? I'm gonna go. If you don't take it. Oh. Oh. Let her know I'm live on Twitch.
It was so dark. And then she got out.
Hey, Ma. Are you watching me on Twitch? Are you watching me on Twitch?
Okay, here's the. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Why stop? What the fuck? Yeah. Okay. Right. I do. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's alright. Relax.
Monday, David. I'm definitely trying to keep you.
Yes, I know. I got something to tell you. You know how I told you I ordered 2 of the double fire? Now, they sent me 7.
Yeah, she got 5 for free. She got 5 for free. And I'm live on Twitch.
I ordered 7.
Hey, Courtney.
I got 5 extras for free. I could bring 2 of them over there so you can send them. But I got 4 extras. I've got 4 extras.
It's week 12 of the National Football League. This is a Rashad White. He was running every week, finishing up with a 123-yard game. It's the Bucs and the Colts coming up next.
I'm playing the Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, week 12 of the season is upon us. We've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering off the ended break. Bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're hitting their late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had X in the field, and they downed that offense.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Colts to take over time, and leading number 4 pick in the draft out of here's Anthony Richardson.
You talk about the pause that I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? It's the season is starting to wind down, got a bit of a break, but how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just game plan for 1 week, he was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They show run with 3 tight ends.
Here we go.
Taylor to start the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. During that run, injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They have the run for no gain. Now they'll from the 25 on second. Richardson. Turn that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And that's a scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play and one of their best in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Now it's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, 66 yards. And the Colts right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. So an electrifying run there as he calls a number and takes it away.
Brings a new dynamic to his offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, up some more running plays for this guy because it brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in his career. Matt Gay for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flat. Looks like we're going to get a run here on the follow-through.
First foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up and down. It's like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just for it. Doesn't matter if you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the fake, he'll look to throw. A complete this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, counterpunch somehow. And drive first down.
Throw taken in by Evans here. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
When they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved. Well, they just did on that play.
They will run with White. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. The Bucs at 8-2 on the year, and they come as a team that looks like a oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll dump this one off here to White. No gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now. You look at this Colt defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass toward the middle in the NFL.
And while teams like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 in this one.
On third field. To force it in, and it's picked by Harrison. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Would begin the drive. And nothing. First down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they put them to just points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the
and getting this high in midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 13-yard gain for Atlas and also move the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get going on the ground.
Did you get this feeling during our meetings? Kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball.
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. He's taking care of that early.
And they get across midfield and down into near territory. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
Not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown in their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain, first down. This offense is moving the ball exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Throwing on first down. This one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Richardson, look at... And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea busting through to get for a loss of 6. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that, where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a make them. And they play the game, and you know what it is? Race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
What we hear so often, how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's important to tackle well on these versus play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on in the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to stop here for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but we know how before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
They've got to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
You look at this Colt defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? To rush the passer better. See the on the ground, they've got to create some sacks.
And he said it. We'll see if they can get to him. Now he breaks free in the field. Russell Gage. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
As a fan, is it here than a well-executed post route?
No, it's done like a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. 7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the offense takes center stage. At his current pace, sure looks well line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
The 14-game seasons, and you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and 5 years degree.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill school days.
In the snow blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
That time, but end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just need a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second, Taylor. He will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On the Buccaneer pressure touch. Down he goes. Joe Tryon recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And you've got to do it against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
These two teams tied after one. Second quarter now. Indianapolis with a homestand Colts in as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to play. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And this offense over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Back now comes Tampa Bay. The last they had to mark the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because last time, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence, but more on the board.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. An excellent 20 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until the defense starts reacting a little, they may just keep going back to him.
That's going to go as of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
This is White, and it's taking the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that for 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to turn this one, so they're to the 25 on the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, doubt about it. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit. Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. You have to be eager to play, especially since they lost the last time out.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom. That's how they feel good moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run more with 10. A line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time. Convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Rick. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one. Down he goes. Joe Trump. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Almost closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
4th down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's in here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. Following the return here, there is someone showing up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Mayhawks come up on 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It leads Chris Gunn. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And he's top in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else. Get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball is driving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He takes it away. Great hands, ability to finish the catch.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. How about the guy who made the play? We about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the lead, he was able to make the play.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 2 yards on the 1st down, Ken, followed 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in the cloud of dust?
Now they need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks in the pass tree warm up. But remember that when we go to practice, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Nice work. Gets 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much first. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in quarter. 14-7. Here's 2nd. Throwing. Mayfield. Throw out right. It's brought in by He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, quarterback, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
White will get down close, not in. He'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try and run it in with White, and then they going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's
coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd even loud. Get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. But he's going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes 2 seconds to go here at half number 1. And this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. It's a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of going for it.
Not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as they way. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take it, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts about one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys and decide to take a shot.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. I'm over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter. Continue this mid-contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it. EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at 25 line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. On a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on Fran at their 25-yard line. Begin the second half with White. And he managed to pick up about 4. It's down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a ball, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Been on the ground, wide down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be dealing with 3rd and is that one official loss of 1?
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. This one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even
and they behind the line. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To give you an idea how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher makes the credit, but making plays behind him in the field.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job forcing the punt to start things out, and now Charles
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get them back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. Up the middle. Here's Taylor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what offensive before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path. Carrier.
Now, he cannot connect. He had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk around the NFL, they all do the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Fielded just inside the 20. 7 yards on the return. Punt of 30, and ready to go on offense. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A snap, punts on back-to-back drives.
And coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over. Play for the team. Right, looking for, and you gain an advantage in field position. And that's what both are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins, the guy taking the snap and tossing it to the runner, but where the real is, can they seal the edge? It's a tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on this entire game.
The percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On the ground with White. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 42 yards rushing as he's carried it 13 times.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders to that as they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford their 5 and out. The throw over the middle. And he's getting all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They run straight ahead here with White. And is met in hits behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blocks. Imagine that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that resulted.
And he went free all the way down to the dirt to the red zone. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage, dominating right now.
First down, here's White. And he's got a solid 9 before being brought down and right at a...
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rachaad White, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. This guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Coughlin now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as at least 17. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. I kind of feel reached a die point in the game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it's right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
Throw for attempted. Carlton is picked. They're going to set shop at the 40-yard line. They brought the house that young rookie, maybe a little through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. The ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that understand they have to pick up quickly as well.
They'll get him down after a pickup, 2nd and 2.
Good yard, first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry. You run your 2nd down play.
Play fake. Mayfield. That's going to be an incomplete. That doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week, and he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers to get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out.
The throw on 3rd down to an incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could be made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
And then down Broadway. And that was in there even further. Charles, first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
Anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing coach tells his defense? Let them score off of this. You got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned defense. Go out there, guys. Let them put some points on the board.
After the made field goal, here's back out. Get away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce their back position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. First quarter pass, get them back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's changing a bit.
You're exactly about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gap a little bit, maybe a little bit in order to try to the ball even faster.
Now Richardson. Manny Woods. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection. The start for the Wallace. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So the team works together. Just describe. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum. Realizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Throw caught left side. They get the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball down, take their shots, try and get some yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. He'll drop this to Taylor. And he's around, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here Richardson yet again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
The third quarter
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Joe Tryon showing in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. This is touchdown Colts. Josh Downs from 21 yards away. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds. Tick.
Opting to run again here with White. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, a run from White. Eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. That's White.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now back to the ground game with White. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Mayfield now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Going right side is White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Mayfield. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go with White on the counter. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Richardson and the Colts now down by 16, 1:04 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Richardson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Richardson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. This is 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
2nd and 10. Richardson to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
One last shot for Richardson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Tampa Bay, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they've fallen out of things